What's the word, y'all, man? Peace, Cosmic Family, man. Peace, Cosmic Family. How y'all doing today? Now we usually get into the video, man, and just, talk to y'all. Just let y'all know, man, like, how your boy doing and shit. But I just had to start off kind of slow. Let's just give honor and veneration to the sun. First of all, my crystal's right here. Bass. Oh, and it just so happened to say 100 or 144 at 44 seconds of recording, so that's not by coincidence. But I pretty much just want to make this message, man, to just, just really express to y'all just the amount of discrimination that I'm receiving just for being who I am type shit. Like, y'all know I always wear my crystals and, I always vibrate towards things that make me feel good. I always vibrate towards things that make me feel authentic, But one thing I can never say I do is intentionally try to make people feel less than me by any way, shape, form, or fashion. Because even just how I talk sometimes, right? People lately, right? And I'm gonna say lately as in like literally just yesterday on the 13th, right? People have made it known to me that I try to act, like I'm better than other people. That's crazy. That's crazy. Just ran out of water droplets and everything like that. To let y'all know, man, it was raining hella hard. It was like a thunderstorm and shit like that. Earlier and shit here in St. Louis, Missouri type shit. Right? But yeah, man, people lately have been really, making that shit known, right? And man, I don't ever really even feel like I'm better than other people. I think it's the fact that I learn from other people that makes me want to be better. Like, people be thinking that I be hating. People be thinking that I'm like someone with interior motives. No, I literally just give myself a chance to be myself, right? When I talk to other people, because talking to, everybody is like practice to me manifesting, because it's like every time I look at someone and, they know something that I don't know, right? I'm like literally like tuned in, like I'm literally like learning from them. I'm talking to everybody like I'm in a business meeting type shit like that, right? And then I look a person in the eye as well. I don't, when I'm talking to someone, right, I'm literally not thinking of my response. Like, when someone's talking, I'm listening, like, I'm fully, like, locked in. And I think it's because of that sometimes that makes people feel intimidated by my energy. Your boy is just here at work and shit, Had a couple notebooks and shit. I was about to get ready to, do some writing and shit. But then I ended up coming across this podcast or some shit like that. It was called the Dark Horse Podcast. Dark Horse Podcast. And I had never saw it before, but they were talking about how basically religion is historically, or not historically, but history is literally false, but metaphysically factual, right? It was saying that it wasn't really just saying even religion. It was saying just that everything that, you know, we come across, like, to one saying something about, you know, a zodiac would be like a myth, right? People say that they don't go off their zodiacs, right? Because they say that it's a myth and they don't really, you know, feel like it has any truth to it, right? From the literal point of view that people take it as, right? But metaphysically, right, it is true. So it's almost like saying that something is, or our superstitions are both false and true at the same time, by the perspective that we look at it, right? But I digress. What does that have to do with what I was just saying? Like, what does that have to do, right? Y'all know Jesus. We can say Jesus, right? Because people know the Bible, right? So Jesus wasn't rich. Jesus, you know, wasn't one to be around a whole bunch of people. He wasn't one to have a bunch of friends, fortune, and fame, right? The 3 F's. Because that's what, you know, this matrix is built on, right? Jesus didn't have none of that. Jesus hanged with the pimps and the hoes. Jesus hanged with the low vibrational motherfuckers, but he ain't hang with them. It's almost like that's where his calling was, right? Because wouldn't you say that the ones who needed the most help are the pimps, the players, and the hoes? But I wouldn't say that his only purpose was to just help the pimps, the players, and the hoes, but it was to starting from the ground up. Like, literally, it was starting from the ground up. But I know that's only people's projection, right, of how they view me, right? Because yesterday, for example, right, I cut off everybody. Like, all the motherfuckers that used to, you know, be in my car and shit like that, I cut their ass off. And I cut off one of my thought, right, homies and shit like that. Cut him off. But it's like, before I cut him off, shit, he came in the car and shit like that. But it was actually him that came to me. Like I said, I ain't even come to him, right? I don't even really approach people. People approach me, but I was sitting in my car and whatever like that. I just got done leaving a, you know, what was supposed to be like a little get together with a person that I consider my homie, right? So we basically get, you know, okay, so basically this how the whole night went, right? So yesterday it rained like a motherfucker and shit. So it rained and shit like that. And I had just called, you know, my weed man type shit like that. So basically, it's like my weed man, it's like my homie type shit like that. But basically, I called my weed man and shit like that. And, you know, he was drunk as fuck and shit like that. And he was basically telling me, you know, to come through and shit, fuck with him and shit like that because it was some hoes, right? There was some hoes and shit like that, you know, around shit. He just basically just wanted me to just get out because he know, like, y'all know, like, I don't fuck with people, right? I be just by myself, right? And he actually is a pretty cool homie, so it's like I wouldn't mind, you know, fucking with him and shit like that, right? But it was literally only for just weed till, you know, the point that he asked me, right? Could I come chill with him? So I'm like, yeah, okay, I got a whip, whatever like that. And shit, you know, the ancestors, the Most High blessed me with this. I feel like that they would want me to take advantage of it, right? So I think I was leaving like the gas station when we was on the phone, right? But I ended up, you know, headed back to the Covo, right? So y'all know the Covo is a youth homeless shelter. Like that's literally where I stay at. But people think that I try to act better than them, right? Which is crazy. But basically, I head back to the Covo and shit. I put on the fit and whatever like that. You know, it was some like some army green. It was some army green pants and shit like that. It was some army green like cargo pants with some all black forces with this all black sweater on. It basically had like Mickey Mouse at the back and shit like that, right? So, you know, a nigga looking fresh, right? Or at least to, you know, my own liking, right? I'm not trying to dress for nobody, right? I'm literally just popping out. I'm like, okay, cool, feel good out here, shit. I worked, right? Shit, let me go ahead and go out, right? So we go out and shit like that, then it just start thundering, right? Well, actually, we ain't go out, but I'm on my way to the location, which was like actually like O'Fallon Park, if y'all know what that shit is. O'Fallon Park is really like one of the most dangerous parks in St. Louis. I'm going there solo by myself. Like, I don't got no fear in my heart, though. Y'all know. Big ears. But no. So basically, I ended up going and shit. It started thundering and like all the fucking, like, if y'all look at the sky right now, y'all can see that. Yeah, look at these clouds right now. It was just, you know, it was just thundering today, right? It was just storming and shit. But basically, we ended up going out, shit like that. And, you know, it started thundering and shit, started raining and whatever like that at this park and shit. I ain't even blink up with him yet. I'm still trying to find him and shit. We ended up meeting up. I ended up telling him and shit like that back to, you know, his crib because apparently, you know, he had to pick somebody up, right? So basically, this is unknown to me. I'm thinking that we just finna, you know, start doing, you know, I'm thinking that we just finna go to the park and shit, chill, smoke, you know, what we do, right? So we finna get ready to do that shit. So I'm thinking that we finna get ready to do that, but that don't happen. We go back to his crib and shit. I'm parked outside his crib and basically it's some other motherfuckers that apparently were, you know, unknowingly to me added to the party, right? So 2 other people and whatever like that. One of them, I mean, I'm not even gonna say no names because I don't even remember. Like, that's the thing about it is, like, I don't even be remembering, like, most of these people that I even meet unless they have a real profound impact on me. It's always them remembering me, not saying that, you know, I'm being better than someone else and that, like, nah. See, people would take that and say I'm trying to be better than somebody else, but it's literally like, I just don't be remembering y'all. Y'all do not give me a reason to fucking remember you. Like, maybe next time give me a fucking reason to remember your ass and then I'll fucking remember, right? But till then, you gonna be a fucking bot to me, right? And I'm gonna be trying to get your ass at this motherfucking matrix, right? And vice versa. because I always look at the duality in situations. People teach me more about myself than I could ever teach them on a baseline, right? The baseline surface level, I feel like it is me that really, it is my personality, right, that shakes the foundation of people's ego, right? I feel like it really shakes that shit. But I'm getting carried away. I digress though. But basically, I ended up linking up with two other people. One of them is this stud and shit like that. That's what we call them, right? Females and shit like that that technically want to be males, right? And then some other person. So basically, the dude, you know, that's driving and shit like that, my homie and shit, he already drunk, fucked up, and whatever like that. He had already drank a whole bottle by himself, right? So, you know, I'm basically in passenger seat. I'm already, first of all, wondering, like, damn, why am I in passenger, right? Because I don't even know these two other people, and shit like that, and they honestly look closer to you than me. So I kind of felt like everything was kind of like, you know, a little strange, but I ain't, you know, really care too much about it, right? Yeah, man, look at those clouds, though, y'all. Yeah, but y'all, but I ain't really care too much about it and everything like that. And I basically hop in the front seat, shit. I roll up, you know, my weed and whatever like that, because I brought my own shit to the party. You know, gotta smoke nobody else shit. Like, I always try to, you know, look out for myself, right? I'm adaptable type shit. But basically, let me turn this brightness real quick. I like better. But basically, shit, I ended up getting up in the car and everything like that. And like I said, he was drunk as fuck. He already driving fast, speeding past stop signs, all this shit. But it's like, at that point, I really like put my faith in the ancestors. Like, I knew that I was here for a reason. Like, I was telling the motherfuckers in the back that everything happens in divine time, and like, everything is planned out. Because even my homie and shit, he was like, shit, it's just so crazy, because at first, he was saying like, oh, it's just so crazy because at first you text and then they text, and then, you know, me, I'm adding shit up in my head, you know. I ain't really tripping off of it though, for real. But it's like, oh, okay, I'm already knowing, like, damn, everything happens in divine alignment. Like, apparently, you know, I feel like that, you know, shit, the ancestors had alternatives, right? Interior motives. Hey, he told me he was with some other motherfuckers and shit. I probably wouldn't have went, but I feel like the ancestors had to set it up like that so they could get the most out of me, right? So basically, he driving fast, speeding past stop signs and whatever like that. And, you know, we listen to music and shit. I'm basically like the eyes and the ears for this motherfucker, because he drunk. He down there finna get ready to hit a curve and shit. I gotta literally grab the wheel and, you know, swerve it over and shit like that. And, you know, he basically saying, oh shit, man, right on, whatever like that, you know, basically giving nigga a praise for basically being focused. But that's just who I am. Like, I'm always focused, right? I'm calculated. Like, despite how I might appear on social media, right, I am always calculated. No, let me not say always. I am calculated and focused majority of the motherfucking time, right? Because my bad. I can only accept not being calculated and focused when I know that I have not been calculated and focused, right? Like, man, look at this fucking view, cuz, man. Bruh. Like, this shit is fucking demonic. I mean, not demonic, but this shit is fucking angelic. But yeah. Oh, thank you. Man, I just love the sun. Like, I'll always be taking in these frequencies and shit. Any chance I get, like I said, man, I'm at work. But basically, you know, he driving fast, doing what he doing, you know, I'm looking out for him, and one of the people in the back ended up, no, I ended up saying something about the fact that it was the 13th and shit like that, right? I was basically, telling about, the number 13 and shit. They was basically just asking, why and whatever like that, like, cause they always thought as the number 13 is unlucky and whatever like that. And I was basically, shining some light on that. But it's like when I was presenting my information, when I was presenting my, my intellect, my knowledge type shit, I could already feel that they weren't listening, or they were like making a mockery out of it, right? That's literally what it was. But basically, me, shit, I'm always tapped into my divine feminine, like for sure. So I always speak my truth, and how I was speaking to her, she was offended, and I wasn't yelling. I was speaking to y'all just how I am right now. But when I feel like I'm being challenged, it's almost like you're going to make me 10 times smarter, because that intuition gonna kick in, that feminine energy gonna kick in, and it's gonna speak for itself, like, because energy is everything, and the feminine energy, right, is all about intuition. Like, the feminine energy can feel every fucking thing. The feminine energy can take some shit, can take a thought from out the cosmos and, like, literally, man, take a thought from out the cosmos and break that bitch down. Like, man, like, stop playing with the feminine energy. But basically, I was saying something even about the feminine energy, and they was saying something like, they was basically trying to make it seem like I was like gay, or like a girl or some shit like that, because I was basically saying the number 13 is the goddess energy. The number 13 is the representation of the goddess energy, right? So, I'm basically, talking to him and whatever like that, and motherfuckers already giving me signs and just like bullshit, that they're not really interested. And then I end up hopping out the car, because we stopped by the store and shit. I ended up, getting like a little Black and Mild and shit. And as I'm coming back to the car, I can hear my homie, because he drunk, right? And he was basically saying like, shit, I knew y'all wasn't listening, but shit, damn, y'all could have just said that, right? He basically saying this low, but I can hear him, right? Like, he didn't even know I was walking out. So I'm walking back to the car, and before I even get to the passenger door, I bring it up. I'm right on that shit. So if y'all wasn't listening, shit, I could have just told me that, right? But I ain't say it like that. I said it more so like, I kind of figured that y'all really wasn't listening. But it's like, it's cool, because it's like, let those who have eyes see clearly. That's some shit that I kind of said, right? And when I talk, man, I don't talk or say words for the look or the act of it, nigga. I say it for vibration, nigga. So when I'm saying some fucking words, when I'm saying something how it is, boy, it's because it's mine. It's my whole being, bro. Like, really, dissolving itself. Like, not even dissolving itself, but like, it's really like I don't know. It's like you gotta stay mysterious. But it's like, I don't do it to stay mysterious, man. I do it because it's me. Like, those are the words that come to mind. Like, because, a lot of people, we got different ways of going off on people. We got different ways of expressing ourselves, right? How I express myself to people is almost like angelic, prophetic. Like, I won't say it like it is, because this is how you motherfuckers be viewing me. This is how motherfuckers be thinking me as. So I'm gonna say exactly how the fuck it is, right? Motherfuckers be thinking this shit of me. I've never ever said myself, come on now, I would say that everybody is the chosen one before I say that there's only 144,000. I've always been modest. I've always been humble, but I feel like it's because I don't attach myself to a person's image. So I attach myself to a person's energy. And you can't fake energy. And me as a being, right, of who the fuck I am, right? I am that I am, motherfucker. Like, me just being me, I'm gonna do me. And actually, not too long ago, shit, it was actually a motherfucker I believe that was at the cover, right? A rumor and shit like that was going around cover that shit, he beat women, hit on women, whatever like that, right? So I heard it and shit like that. Been hearing it for a couple days. I ain't told him about it, but I basically, had to download to like, damn, I should just tell him that, right? Not even really caring or knowing how it was going to affect him, but I wanted to tell him with the intention that I could at least take away from the feeling that that his motherfuckers around her saying and thinking shit, because I know that he knows that motherfuckers say shit about him, right? So me, I'm not coming with any ulterior motive. So if I hear it, I want to try to alleviate what I feels like is, energy that you subconsciously try to keep away from me, because this same person, I feel like it's like he try to act like somebody different when he's actually with me, right? Like, not like on like a bad nigga shit, but it's like he just be trying to act like he's not. He basically trying to act like he's not. Fuck that. My bad, 'cause I just realized that I just, backtracked. Shit, I was still talking about the situation when I went out and everything like that yesterday. Yeah, but basically, I walked back up to the car and everything like that, right? These motherfuckers clearly wasn't listening to shit I was saying, but I'm used to it, right? I'm so used to people not listening, but it's like I don't hold grudges. And basically, I get back in the car and shit like this. The person tried to explain on some shit like that. They try to basically get back into the situation, right? Or get back into the conversation. But it's like, if I know that you already not listening, like, I'm not really wanting to get back in this conversation. Like, so she started asking me these questions and whatever like that about, them 13, whatever like that. So I completely switched it, right? And I start asking her questions. Like, you don't want me to ask you questions. You don't want me to question you. Everyone questions me, but they don't ever want me questioning. Like, that's literally why people don't like me, because I question you and I word it in a way that it's almost like it's either going to make you fully tell the truth or fully tell the fucking lie, because there's no in between with me. Like, there's no fucking, straight line with me. I am a circle. Shit. We gonna go back on this shit in history, and we gonna, see if you really being real, if you really being fake. But time been speeding up like a motherfucker lately, so it's like that this discernment I've been having lately has been on point, and it's like, that's just that those that I see clearly. But basically, they try to jump back into the situation or the conversation. I ended up asking them, or I ended up saying a statement, because they said that they were like confused on shit like that about basically what am I trying to say that the number 13 was. But if you chose and you feel like that you didn't try to explain yourself 1,000 times, but motherfuckers still don't hear you. So I basically say, you know what, I should probably reword what I'm saying, like, because I should probably talk to y'all like y'all 7 years old, or shit like that. I said something like that, right? Because basically, they say that if you cannot explain it to a 7-year-old, then you don't know what you're talking about. That's basically what I was mean when I was saying like that. But I ain't say it like, oh, I ain't say it like I just said it. Like, it was really like on some, because like, see, it was like an individual, it was a conversation between us. It's like, it wouldn't have been some shit that I would have just said to just anybody, right? Trying to make a point, right? I'm very personal when I talk to motherfuckers, and if you feel like I was being too confusing, then I was basically saying like, damn, maybe I should be worried what I'm saying, because if I can't explain it to a 7-year-old, then I don't know what I'm talking about. I think that's what I said, and they got offended. Also, shit like that, not really understanding where I was coming from, because if you can't explain it to a 7-year-old, then you don't know what you're talking about, right? Yeah, so basically, I ended up going about that. And she felt offended like a motherfucker, and she was basically, she like got triggered. Like, this stud got triggered, like, on some shit like that. And she was basically saying, like, bruh, I ain't like what you was saying. You know how studs and shit be saying, be sounding. Like, they be trying to have a deep voice. They be trying to have a deep voice, but it's like, you are a female. You're always going to be a female. Like, but basically, she was saying something about the deep voice and whatever like that. Nah, my bad. She was basically saying, like, you know, shit, cause like you really could have like came correct on shit like that, cause I felt like that she was talking to me like I was dumb or something like that, and woo woo and shit. You know, she was saying that, she was like, that's the shit that make, you know, me like square up with niggas and shit. And I'm literally just like, you know, listening. I'm like, damn, you know what? I really do apologize. Like, I mean, if I am coming off to you like that, I'm sorry, but that most definitely wasn't the intention and shit like that. I ain't get on no, you know. I ain't get on no. Let me wipe my lips real quick, y'all. You know how it is when you be talking and shit, be hellas and shit. But basically, shit, she was like, that shit that make her square up with nigga, but the whole night, cause it's like I was fearless. Like, shit, I know that they got some pipes back there, right? I'm, you know, up in the front seat. First of all, my shit is parked right at my homie crib, so it's like, you know, I'm not fearing anything. I was literally in the position to where it was like, nigga, if anything happened, nigga, I gotta be on 10 toes by myself. Like, I don't hang with niggas, but I don't hang with nobody. I pull up by myself, right? Had I known it would have been more motherfuckers, I would have, you know, probably, you know, stayed out of the situation. Basically, you know, she get on that type of time and whatever like that. You know, I know that she with some people, so you know, if a person knows, oh, that's what make me square up. If a person be like, that's what make you square up with niggas, then of course the motherfuckers, you know, with them gonna, you know, be on point, or should be on point. But basically, like, I was literally like being modest, like, very the whole time, like, shit. If she said that I was doing, you know, a certain thing and whatever like that, I just apologize for it, because it's like, hey, maybe that really was a reality to you, but shit, I can't stop you from seeing that shit. As simple as that, right? So we basically get to the conclusion, you know, that, you know, we had a misunderstanding. We reintroduce ourselves and whatever like that, because this is the energy that I'm giving off. Had I gotten on that hot shit with her, had not been in my masculine energy, hey bro, so what the fuck you trying to say? Shit, I would have, you know, we would have, you know, been banging shit. That could have went left, right. It could have went whichever way I wanted that shit to go, because I was in control the whole fucking time. As simple as that. And with all the chosen ones, y'all are in control. People gravitate off y'all energy, off our energy. Like, people try to create off our energy. That whole conversation, the whole night, the whole, you know, misunderstanding and everything like that, that shit started because I started talking my knowledge, right? And it could have went another way, right? If I was like, shit, we can get on that shit too, right? Because even when I was telling them about 13, I was saying the 13 is a karmic number and whatever like that. And I was born on Friday, April the 13th. Let those who have eyes see clearly. 4, and then 2001 as in the year. So that's 2 4s. Shit, that's 8. 8 is already a karmic year. Then born on Friday the 13th, like, that only comes so every fucking blue moon, but not even that, nigga, every couple years, nigga. That shit comes like the fucking leap year, nigga. Damn near. But nah, not that long, but, you know, basically, you know, we basically settled that difference. And what if I didn't peep y'all? It was because of my energy. Like, that's why it's like in a way that I am karma. I feel like to a certain degree, because it's like, shit, I can either see past the illusion or I can immerse myself in it, right? I can immerse myself in a little bullshit. I could have tried to restore my honor by fighting my baby mama boyfriend, by beating the stud ass. Like, had I been thinking on that vibration, right? Because even the whole time when we was talking, I was, and dude, and peep, this nigga still driving fast as fuck, right? And we having this conversation and shit. But basically, man, but shit's just crazy. But basically, you know, we basically get past that conversation and everything like that. And the debate is to get a bottle. But the dude that been driving, like, this motherfucker been making all types of stops and shit like that. It's like we been up in the car for like 3 hours. Like, bro, we just driving. It's like, I thought we was supposed to go to the club. I thought we was supposed to roll up and smoke, sit down. So, right, I'm not seeing all this shit until like this rising on some shit like that, right? Till, you know, you let your body rest and shit like that. You let your brain gather all the information. But basically, I tell him take me back to my car and shit like that. That conversation like fucked up the whole vibe. So basically, motherfuckers would say that I fucked up the whole vibe, but it wasn't even like that. Y'all had to have been in my shoes, right? Y'all had to have been in my shoes, because, you know, even after that shit, motherfuckers start asking me about chakras and shit like that, right? And they ask me, do I know all the chakras? And I'm like, yeah. And, you know, I say they kind of like with full acceptance and shit. And apparently, like, this make her mad. She's talking about some start naming our chakras. And I'm like, can't you name them? Cardinal bird shot, look. That's a cardinal. Female. Yes, that's a female. Females are bright red. The males are dark. Like, look how beautiful that cardinal bird is, y'all. That's my dad. Rest in peace, Dad. I love you. For sure. It's a beautiful sun, man. That's a beautiful cosmic sun. Like, it looks so, the bird looks so beautiful. Man, like, that was just like pure nirvana for me. And just seeing this cardinal right here. Like, it's shit like that make me forget about this matrix. It's shit like that make me not give a fuck about this shit. But I'm only expressing this, man, just to hopefully teach y'all and to shine some light, and so that y'all can, you know, possibly just see the signs and shit before. Because if I really consider the whole day, there's a lot of things that were trying to stop me from actually going there, right? So even before me leaving to actually go pull up at this park with him or whatever like that, I'm stepping out and shit like that. Everybody looking at me. Everybody looking at me. And shit, like, I know I dress good, but damn. Like, I know that the fit was cool, but shit, I didn't dress way better than this. Like, shit, but it's like I be humble as fuck. I don't even be caring. Like, I'm walking past and shit like that. This dude say, shit, you smell good as fuck. He said, what cologne you got on? I said, what cologne? Because me, I don't even smell the shit. I just put something on, bro. It's probably the same cologne I had on. Like, or if I did spray some cologne on, I ain't fucking remember, because it's like okay, nigga, like, But this the shit that people see in you, right? And they hate on. But basically, shit, you know, back to the situation from earlier, shit, we basically try to get a bottle and whatever like that, and we end up not being able to just get a bottle simply because the motherfuckers couldn't make up their mind. Like, you know, I'm already ready. Like, the motherfuckers ain't want to go to the store, so that ended up not happening. But I feel like that it was better because the girl who I was debating with and shit like that, or, you know, talking to and shit, it's like she was so adamant to try to get this bottle. Oh, yeah, get this bottle. I felt like she was recording and shit like that, too. And low-key, I literally do feel like that she was recording. Because, like, shit, I don't know if y'all familiar with St. Louis, but here in St. Louis and whatever like that, you know, it's a small city, right? So shit get passed around a lot through the city. And me, I've been on a couple different Facebook platforms before, right? Just, like, having, like I had a fight with my baby mama brother and shit like that not too long ago. And basically, you know, I went over there with the intention and shit like that to see my son and shit, but of course she tell her peoples and shit like that that I'm X, Y, and Z, right? So I went over there to see my son, and basically he ended up walking up to me and shit like that when I'm at the car and shit like that, while I'm literally trying to talk to her and whatever like that about my son. He walking up and shit like that. I'm like, hey, man, I don't even say shit, cause I put my phone down, but I get straight to it. Like, this dude already, first of all, bigger than me, right? Longer arm reach than me. I'm off like a shot, right? Of, you know, some American honey and shit like that. Of course, I've been smoking and shit. Yeah, I know that, you know, some people shouldn't indulge in that shit. They know that they're going to get in a fight, but that literally wasn't necessarily their intention. It's like I knew that she wasn't gonna give me my son, but the ancestors told me to pull up over there because, you know, just like the situation with me pulling up on homeboy at O'Fallon and shit like that, I looked at it like, damn, you know, the ancestors gave me this whip. I'm finna do that shit because I couldn't do this at first, and then I'm finna, you know, of course fight for my son, but it wasn't like a fight for him physically. It was like, nigga, mentally, I don't pull up here, nigga, every single day, nigga, to be my son, right? But basically, we end up fighting and whatever like that, and I end up getting out of breath and shit like that. I'm trying to back out of the fight, you know, fight or flight kick in. I'm trying to get away from this nigga. He's a threat. He's dangerous. He's trying to hurt me, right? But really, the whole time, I'm just out of breath, bro. That's what people think. That's just what it is. I'm literally just out of breath. I'm like ready to go. I'm like saying, fuck it. I'm not trying to indulge in this shit. Like, okay, cuz, like, you, shit, he got some cool face shots off me, like, but they didn't hurt, like, at all. Like, I knew I could have, like, whooped his ass, bro. Like, it's just, I ain't fought in hell. It's like, I'll be working out and still doing my shit, but I don't be fighting niggas. Like, I don't be fighting. Like, and then I had to figure out, you know, later after that fight, that I was like I'm right-handed. And I think that nigga was southpaw, so, you know, even after the fight, cause I'm analyzing shit, bro. So it's like, for next time that shit do happen, it's like, it can get up there. That's why I feel like when they, you know, when it got heated in the car between me and old girl, that was ancestors testing me. Yeah, cause I have been watching my footage. I have been doing my research. I have been practicing, for sure. I have, for sure. Don't ever think I'm just sleeping. Like, for real. Y'all don't see 90% of the shit I do. Y'all see the 10%. Like, 10% is mean. It's called, like, actually, y'all seeing me at Cahokia would have been the most that I feel like that y'all ever would have saw me. But as of right now, shit, motherfuckers get 10% of me. Not even that, probably like 3%. But basically, where was I at? But yeah, I feel like she was recording and whatever like that. And a whole bunch of shit, man. This video damn near went on for an hour. I didn't even mean to, like, talk for this long, but I'm actually talking to y'all how I would, like, vent or, like, talk to, like, a motherfucker that I wish I had, like in my corner when shit like this happened. Right? Because even when I did get into a fight, even when I did, you know, go through that, I guess you can say mockery and whatever like that, I ain't call my brothers. I ain't call nobody. I mean, the only person I talked to was my baby mama. But I don't even think that, I mean, not my baby mama, but my girl at the time. But we weren't even dating. We was like in and out of, you know, relationships. But that fight kind of drew me back to her. Ooh, y'all. Boy, that's beautiful. But yeah, I know Nature is drawn to me. I am drawn to Nature. But basically, yeah, I ended up going back over there and shit. And it was because of that trauma, you know, from that fight, that humiliation that made me want to get back in a relationship with him. And now I'm currently single. Because I didn't cut her off, but like, I just told her, like, this ain't finna happen. Like, I said that in 1,000 different words. Yeah, I know the chosen ones out here, man. But basically, yeah, that was pretty much, man, my day. And even, you know, after I got done, you know, going back to my car and shit like that from when we was having that conversation and shit, they went off to go do something else. I don't know what the fuck they did. But I went back to my car. Shit, I rolled a blunt, shit, and I motherfucking went back to the crib. Went back to the cupboard. That's when old boy knocked on my window and shit like that. And trust me, I keep it real with niggas, man. If I'm gonna cut you off, I'll tell that shit to your face. But I don't, and I won't be disrespectful with it. I simply told him, man. Basically, I'm telling dude, like, yo, man, I gotta, like, take my space. I'm saying it, like, literally in the most respectful way ever, right? Or how I can put it, right? If you gonna feel like I'm talking a certain way, like, if I'm using terminology, nigga, that you're not familiar with, if I'm using, you know, shit, if my energy is coming off as being better than you, nigga, then that's just you. But basically, the whole time, it's like, dude up in his mind, it's like he fighting demons, bro. It's like, because no, I can tell that in a little bit of words where he's basically trying to say, like, man, like, I don't know how I'm going to, you know, come back from this, because it's like me telling him that I just don't want to fuck with nobody on shit like that right now made this man so mad. Like, dude started kind of, like, clutching his fist and shit like that, and he talking about, like, because he's the type of dude that try to, like, literally play it off, like he one of those motherfuckers that's actually, like, he don't, when he's talking, he don't say shit like that has any substance for real. But he was a cool person, but I just feel like that even with him, I had to just cut everybody off and shit. I'm saying in the most respectful way, and it's like, he trying to figure out why, but I'm literally telling him, like, 1,000 times, and he still ain't getting it. Like, he fighting demons in his mind. It's like I'm battling my, you know, intrusive thoughts and shit. And you know me, shit, I'm basically saying, man, bro, that's when you really want to listen to him. That's when you really want to do him. I'm basically telling this man, bro, whatever you think him, do it. Whatever you say it. Because I can tell that when he was doing that shit, that he was ready to bang. But I'm literally got the blunt in my hand, and I'm like, but my energy, man, it's just so potent, especially when you sitting right next to me. And I know what you're thinking, right? But how I come off, you're gonna think that I'm just not aware at all. And I'm just telling him, like, bro, you gotta just do it. He's smiling, he laughing. I'm ready for whatever you ready for, nigga. I'm ready for whatever you ready for, nigga. I come prepared, and I don't come by myself. Nigga, I have army, nigga, around me, bro. Let those who have eyes see clearly, bro. Divinely protected in the spiritual realm. For real, because the real chosen ones, bro, gonna go through bullshit. They gonna go through the dark night of the soul, and I feel like that lately, that's what it's been. But you know, everything will be revealed in divine timing. Like, literally. And you know what's so crazy? He had some crystals on, cause like I said, that he be trying to be woke and shit like that. And basically, he had some crystals on. And he had, you know, basically took them motherfuckers off. He had these 2 crystals on. He had took them off. And he balled them up, and it's like he was finna get to throw them out the window. But he was like, hey, yo, cuz, you want these, man? Because, like, I don't know about these, you know, these crystals. Like, I don't know what they really mean. Like, it's like he damn near questioning his own spirituality just because I don't even want to be around him no more. And he's gonna throw him out the window and shit like that. I said, no, it's cool, bro. Shit, you just... No, he actually offered to give them to me, and I'm like, yeah, shit, I'll take them. And I took them. Like, these are some beautiful crystals. They brand new too. They brand new. Because I remember when he and the other guy I was fucking with went to the crystal store and stole some crystals. I was basically telling them, like, you know, those, you know, hold energy and whatever like that. You know, y'all don't want to, like, put yourselves in a state of lack by stealing from the crystal store. Like, especially crystals. Crystals really don't know, nigga. Like, but I was like, nah, man, I want those crystals. Because crystals are conscious type shit like that. And they know when they are not wanted. But basically, I got them. And unknowingly to him, these belong to me. They always have. These crystals always had the intention on coming to me even when he had stolen. They knew the crystals fucking knew. Crystals are intelligent. I shade. But I ain't done. Shit, I went home, saged, cleansed them. Goddamn me, lit it incense. I talked to the ancestors. Come on, I cleansed my whole damn room. I know how the cleansing process works. I'm a nurturer. By nature, like. But look, people will only say like that's associated with feminine energy. It is. But it's like I am 13. 13 is the number that God is. I was born on Friday the 13th, 2001. Right? Y'all research Friday the 13th and y'all tell me what y'all see. I know who I am. I know who I am. I know who I am. Let those who have eyes see clearly. But that was pretty much all. Damn, I damn near talked for a fucking hour. And I be wondering why my videos be taking so long to upload. Damn near talking for a straight hour, cuz. But shit, man, y'all be at peace, Cosmic family, man. Shit. And like the phoenix, I'll shall rise.